elections. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the Department of Justice, Harmeet Dhillon, is joining us now. Harmeet, great to have you back. Why aren't these states handing over these voter rolls?
Well, thanks for having me, Rob. I mean, it's puzzling. You would think they'd want to show that they're in compliance with federal law, which requires clean voter rolls, but they're giving different excuses. Some of them are giving no excuse. Others are saying that there are state privacy laws that protect the data from the federal government, although that makes no sense when you think about Social Security numbers, which are issued by the feds, of course. And, various other excuses. They don't like our purpose. They're afraid we're going to use it to harass minorities or aliens and so forth. Regardless, we're entitled to this data, and we're going to pursue each of these litigations to its bitter end.
How would you harass minorities? Can you explain the justification? That doesn't make any sense.
I can't explain it, and I also don't think that minorities have a hard time getting IDs in this country, and yet that is the excuse given by the left and even by the last Attorney General as to why it's some kind of a hate crime to ask people to prove who they are when they vote.
Harmeet, I'll take it a step further. I don't think any American citizen, legitimate citizen, has a hard time getting ID and the ID required in their respective votes. We had the Michigan Speaker of the House on last night, and she said this, shocking.
She was put back on the rolls, and I verified with that clerk, can you see if she's active or inactive? And she checked, and that deceased family member was marked active.
Okay, so she had a dead family member taken off the rolls 20 years after this person died and then put back on the rolls, meaning somebody was voting under the name of her dead family member, and she's the Speaker of the House in Michigan. So how big a problem, how widespread do you think this really is?
Well, first of all, I don't really need to quantify how widespread it is. The fact that it happens in even one case is enough for me to believe there's a law violation. And so, what's interesting is the left keeps moving the goalposts. So first they said this doesn't happen or it's extremely rare. Well, actually, the review so far this last year of approximately between 50 and 60 million voter records, which states have voluntarily uploaded or we've gotten from them, has shown hundreds of thousands, over 300,000 dead people on the voter rolls, and that's just a slice of the voter rolls. And we have referred tens of thousands of potential non-citizens who are on the voter rolls. And that's a lengthier process, Rob, because we don't want to accuse anybody wrongfully. And so we have to go through checking a number of different databases, sources, sometimes court records to determine whether this person became a citizen or not. And then finally, we reach a conclusion. And if that non-citizen voted in a federal election, we're referring those cases for federal prosecution. And there are some prosecutions like that that are being worked up by my friends in the U.S. Attorney's offices.
If you had nothing to hide, then you wouldn't hide it. And that's what I would say to these 29 states who are hiding their voter registration rolls. Harmeet Dhillon, appreciate you coming on tonight. Keep us posted. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.